right, guys, it is getting close to the moment where we head to the racetrack. Quick little update video. Got some progress done on a couple things, and we got some important stuff to talk about. So we know we got the $20,000 race going on at Red Springs. Got an all steel, all glass class running for $3 grand on Friday, and then running for 20 grand on 28th. 32 car field. It's kind of like invitational. You got to hit me up if you guys are interested, but we're getting down to the wire. If you guys are in the area, Red Springs, Thunder Valley, you need to check it out. If you're not racing, you need to be there to spectate, because it is going to be the race of the year. It's going to be, rate it from 1 to 10 how lit it's going to be. 12. 12? I was going to give it 20 because it's for 20 grand. I mean,
oh, 20.
20. It could be 20. All right, let me set you back down here so we can talk about some serious business. You guys know the giveaway's going on. Got a brand new shirt going live today. It's live on the website right now. We got hoodies up there. We got shirts. We got hats. We got socks. We got stickers. We got key tags. We got posters. We got boxers. But we got this brand new shirt. This shirt was inspired by one of the shirts in the mystery box when it was the mystery box. Now it's the swag pack, which the swag pack stuff you can get triple entry on the swag pack. So you can get an abundant amount of apparel and merchandise at a discounted rate, plus triple entries. I don't know why you wouldn't do that, but you guys can go there, get the swag pack stuff. But this brand new shirt, which I'm about to put up on the screen here, is inspired by one of the shirts that we had in the mystery box, which was a super huge hit. You guys have seen me wear a shirt similar to this in some videos. It is the LS Nasty 3D / American t-shirt. So we got the great red, white, and blue colors on there, and it kind of gives this like 3D vibe. It looks sweet. When you're wearing it, you'll notice people are like staring at you because they're like, are my eyes tripping? Am I tripping? Is that acid, mushrooms, or just a badass shirt? I don't know. It seems to be just a badass shirt for most people. Some people, it might be something different, but go down. That shirt is double entry. Everything in the swag pack is triple entry, and then we got hoodies, socks, and all the good stuff up there. Every dollar you spend is an entry to win my Caprice, which is absolutely badass. 6-liter T-Cam Performance camshaft, Cook's long tube headers, Veraram intake, yank converter. It's lowered. It's on 20-inch wheels. Thing makes 500 horsepower. It is an absolutely badass daily driver, and that's exactly what it is. Cold AC. I don't have enough friends to have a 4-door, so it's time to give it away. So everything on there, every dollar you spend is an entry to win, except for the bonus stuff, the double entry and triple entry stuff. Like, so for triple entry on like a swag pack, every dollar is actually 3 entries. So you guys can get some entries and get entered to win. I actually get in the car back, just got it painted. My first vehicle I've ever got painted, which I think is a big deal. I got all the body work done. I'm like, this thing is going to be nice. I'm going to want to keep it, but I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to give it away to you guys. So there you go. There's your update. You guys are updated. We're only 3 minutes in the video, and you guys are all up to date.
I'm going to win it because I still need a company vehicle.
Yeah, that's Matt's company vehicle. When Matt would come in town, he would drive that thing around. All right. So let's talk about some real important things. The Glizzard, the Glizzy Gobbler, the Glizmobile, the Glizzard. You guys, probably one of my favorite builds that I'm kind of mad at you guys because you guys don't show the Glizzard enough love. The Glizzard videos don't get crazy views because it doesn't look like this yet, all right? There's the difference. This is what they look like at the end. This is when everyone comes and hangs out with you. Everyone wants to be seen with the car. No one wants to come and hang out with you when it looks like this. They all, oh, the car looks good. I'll stand next to it and be in all the pictures on Facebook. But when you're in the shop till midnight trying to fit the damn blower up, no one will stand next to you.
Like the hot girl in high school and the ugly girl, and then just wait till she gets to college.
Yeah, totally agree. But as you guys can see, we've made some vast progress on this thing. Very confusing. I'm a simple guy, all right? I just want stuff to bolt up. I don't want to have to do any modification, any adjustments. And when you're getting to this level, the simplicity goes away. We got this blower set up here, and honestly, at this point in time, I said to Matt last night, I said, the turbo stuff's way cooler because it's way easier. It really is easier. The blower stuff is a pain in the ass. So we changed balancers, we added a flying magnet, and then we got the blower coupler there. And as you can see, we got the blower bolted up, but your boy measured wrong. So what happens when I do all the measuring? You know, they're like measure twice or 3 times. I've measured this like 12 times.
Could be a 50 chance.
It was a 50 chance? Yeah. So I got these new blower stands made from the guys up at TCAM Performance, but I measured wrong. I don't know where my measurement went wrong. The only thing I'm thinking of is the actual measurement I got from ATI on the balancer was for a different balancer. But we got pretty close. As you can see, everything bolts up. These new stands bolt in there, and this is kind of like how everything needs to go. Now, you can't just like, I know what you guys are saying, well, just tighten the bolts down. Well, you can't, because you're literally going to knock the crank out the back of the motor. So you can't have a lot of pressure on the crankshaft. Do you agree with that?
Oh yeah, no, it needs to float. Like, you don't want it bottomed out on the blower hub, so you want that thing to, usually what I do is I'll put them all the way in, and then I'll come out, you know, like 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah, see, grab a hold of that. You can see this one, you can see how it's kind of out a little bit. Yep. See how you could push it in?
So you'd probably want it out just a little bit. It's just like a torque converter. If you guys done a torque converter, you know, put it all the way against the pump, you pull it out, you know, 1/8 inch, 3/16, and that gives, the reason you do that is it gives it some thrust clearance. As the flex plate's moving back and forth, as the crank's moving, it doesn't bottom out on the pump. So if your blower, if you got a front drive blower and it's all crammed in there real tight, as the crank has your deflection, your thrust, you don't want that, you know, hammered against the gearbox. So you want that to be able to float in there.
So we're gonna get some spacers made to put in here, and then we should be good with this. And then everything else goes off of that AV8 oil pump, which we've done a video on mounting over here. But this is the first look of what it's going to look like. Now, I know what you guys are saying. You're like, damn, John, that blower sticks out kind of far. Well, everything's been lopped off the front of this.
Yeah, it's kind of an optical illusion. Like, if you were to look at the Apple, you know, from the strut tower to the front of the bumper, I don't know, 35 inches. So on this car, you know, 35 inches of front bumper's all the way out here.
So we should be good clearance wise.
Yep.
Now charge pipe wise, I just have this up here to mock up. As you guys can see, it doesn't quite fit because we've changed our intake setup. So same intake, different cylinder head. And generally on an LS, the cylinder head won't matter, but these Frankenstein, they're F110S heads. They're kind of like offset port a little bit where they're like raised, so the intake's raised a little bit and the exhaust is lowered. So if you had a turbo kit that was on like a standard LS and then you put it on here, you definitely have some clearance issues.
Check the port alignment with the intake, make sure that it doesn't need spacers or anything.
No, it's good, it's good. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. So I changed the burst panel setup, and then I had a nitrous plate on there that I was using just as a spacer, which I removed. So this is the new TCAM Performance burst panel. This is their version 2. I had their version 1 on here before, which was a lot taller, but this one here is a whole lot sleeker looking, better looking. It's 4,500 intake, that Texas Speed Cathedral port intake, 4,500 burst panel, and then this is the Holley 4,500 to LS 102, right, or 105, and then I have an adapter here that goes from LS to 4-bolt Ford, and then Holley has their badass Wiggins style billet $700 throttle body that is 4-bolt Ford. So if you just ran a Wilson, it would bolt right up, but I had the Holley one. So I like the Holley one because it's got, you know, this throttle cable.
I do. You know, that's one thing that I ran into when I switched MK Ultra over is I had to build a whole entire throttle bracket setup because there's no.
Wilson has the one that goes right here. We just put it on a truck in the shop. It works pretty good, but this is pretty convenient. It's built right in there. It looks good. It's sleek. We've run this setup before.
Yeah, and if you want to run, so we'll be running on this one probably a cable, like an actual, like a Morse style cable. So if you guys don't know what that is, it looks kind of like if you got a boat, it's the control cables for the steering and the throttle. It's a hard wire cable, so you can push and pull with it. The disadvantage to a low car cable is, like on the Apple, if
like this little thing here, if the throttle has slack in it, like you can't push it. You can't push the throttle body back forward. You can only pull.
Yeah. So if
you're relying on the return spring solely.
Yes, so if something happens and like the throttle hangs, with a Morse style cable or a linkage or a rod, you can pull the pedal back with a it'll have a hook on it. With something like this, if the throttle hangs, you pull it back, it's just gonna pull slack in the cable. So just another safety thing, you know, when you got cars that are going this fast, safety is, you know, one of your #1 concerns. And I've had the throttle hang before, you know, just randomly, you know, something happens. Like one time I had the hood, and the hood cracked and pulled down against the throttle body, you know, without being able to pull it back. You know, it can get dangerous, and you guys are like, well, just shut it off. Well,
yeah, it's tough
when
to
you go through the traffic at
what about when you're in the parking lot?
Oh yeah, parking lot toter. Like,
yeah, I barely shut it off.
Yeah, but you go through the traps. You go through the traps at 180, and
you're covering some ground.
Yeah, you let off the throttle, and by the time you realize, like, damn, I'm not off the throttle, you're probably doing 200. I mean, just like that. And by the time you get up there and shut it off, I mean, it can be very scary.
So then this thing here we're doing, I mean, obviously we want it to be quick and be competitive and be sporty, but this one here is going to be kind of like we're going to take it out. I'd like to grudge race it some, do some ride-alongs with it. That's like my main thing is just have it as a tool for the YouTube channel. For people that don't understand drag racing, that are like, oh, it's easy.
Yeah.
To put them in a blower car with 2 seats that will go mid 4 seconds.
Oh, we got some ideas there.
That is absolutely terrifying, and that's the whole reason why we're going with the blower. Obviously, we like the turbo stuff. I like the turbo stuff. I think the turbo stuff is
loud and obnoxious.
Yeah, the turbo stuff is great, but it doesn't have the like shock and awe of a blower.
This thing fires up, sounds good. This thing fires up,
you hold your ears,
and everybody's gonna be like,
yeah.
I remember the burnout truck.
The burnout truck, yeah, it was like insane, and that was with a stock. The burnout truck was like sounded like a pro mod, okay, yeah. And that was with a stock 6-liter and a cam. This is a 460-inch high compression 12-to-1 like bad to the bone motor. I mean, it's gonna be rowdy. It's gonna be rowdy. So we got some things we got to work on here. What do you?
We're going to Carolina the first time.
Yeah.
So everybody, if you guys have been to Carolina, they're just like standing.
That is what is the actual name of?
House of Hook.
And no one knows what Carolina is.
Carolina Dragway, House of Hook. Some people do. They stand like in the water box. Jerry, my man Jerry, if he watches, I have a loudspeaker. Make a hole, just to get people to clear out of the way. They'll be standing. I mean, you'll be rubbing the mirrors next to people. So something like this, zoomies.
Yeah, and the very important thing when building the zoomies is you really got to work on the angle. So we're gonna run the zoomies down and forward. So we're gonna hang oil pump, fuel pump on that side. We're gonna hang like the System 1 fuel filter over here, and then like maybe a Clearview or oil filter over here, and then we'll have everything all pumped. That's the plan, right?
Yep.
So everything will try to be like tucked in and up out of the way, so we have as much room to go down and out with the zoomies. So I don't know if that many people have run the zoomies out in front of the tires.
Not really. Mustang chassis, the way the K-member, like if you did a whole tube front end, it gives you a lot of room, but with these, there's not a whole lot of room to run the zoomies out the rear. Like you don't have a lot of room in the rear here. It's lower grind clearance. You can do it, but out the front is going to be a lot better. I think it'll work out.
I think it's going to be something different too.
Yeah, something different, you know, like not cookie cutter. But when we do design the zoomie tips, so the best thing is probably, I would say, I don't know, about right here, and then just aim them like
right at your face.
Yeah,
like
right at your face.
We're gonna Google the average height of a male in the Carolinas, anywhere from in the southeast, really, anywhere from Florida to North Carolina. Average height, we're gonna go about what, like 4 feet out, and then point them right at their face.
Yep.
And like we want hats flying.
Oh yeah, you pull through the water box and the burnout box, pulling up the line, and I just want to see people's hats just
going everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah,
like graduation.
And then we're gonna put it on M5, and then hats going everywhere, and then tears falling.
Yes,
that's
can't breathe.
That's the plan. That's the plan. And then
could take your breath away.
Just imagine, we're going to do, once we get this thing up and running, we're going to have a couple different opportunities for people to win a ride along in this. But really, I just want to find someone that's talking smack. Like, oh, that thing is, like, you guys have no idea.
You guys only go 430s. That's weak.
You guys have no idea, especially like how violent these cars are. Like, it is absolutely insane. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't ride in it with someone else driving. Like, just because it's like, dude, it is absolutely terrifying. Not like, I mean, when you're driving it and you're in the zone and you're racing, it's kind of like you're not thinking about that. But when you're sitting over there and you got nothing to do but just hold on, that is terrifying.
If you've never experienced a 1060 foot, I guarantee you that the first time that you go in a car when a 1060 foot, you're going to go, where am I? And you'll be at the 330 and be like, what just happened?
Yeah. Oh, my mom, we're going to do a video. We're going to put my mom in here. My mom, she's been like in my car, my street car, like on wastegate, making like 700 and some horsepower, and that on the street is like a lot. But when you go to making 2,000 horsepower on the racetrack, like we're talking about like 2.5, 3 G's off the start line, and then sustained G's.
Sitting in there, methanol burning your eyes when you're pulling up, and you're just gonna be like, huh, first time.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. So we're very close to getting, once we get this blower stuff all buttoned up, we're actually getting front end and doors and everything should be in today. We're gonna have a set in today. A Mustang front end like this is gonna be here today, and a set of carbon doors.
What kind of hood?
It's got just a cowl hood, just like what we got on here, a 4-inch.
Yeah,
so we'll probably have to cut leave the elbow sticking out, which is fine because I like that. But I also am supposed to be getting a 4-eye front end and a hood for that as well, a set of doors, deck lid, and bumper. So it's either going to be a 4-eye or there's not a 4-eye, just standard Mustang. But once we get all that stuff, once we get the blower and all that stuff on there, we're going to get the tube front end finished, the seats mounted, transmission mount mounted, upper frame rail, and
wire it.
And then it's wire it and plumb it. Brown & Miller, get it plumbed, wired up. So, like, we're really not far off.
Yeah. We just got to get some time. We got some other stuff we're trying to get done, and hopefully we get those done into where we can just absolutely hammer on everything else. Yeah, but this thing here, it looks wild with the blower on it. And I think it's going to be wild. Now, that's only an F1X. Imagine, like, an F3 on this thing, which we have an F3. But I don't think that this thing is going to need it. I think we could also maybe, if we ever do venture back into some no preps, this would be a good candidate. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to do no prep. It's got a slick on it right now, though, but this thing's going to look way too good to no prep. 24-inch wing. That's a huge wing. Yeah, cute. We're going world. Wow. I'm leaving this in the video. Damn it. You gotta leave it. God. World record wing on this car. So it looks good. We just put the polished wheels on it. So spindle mount front end. It's got Mensers front and rear. It's got the 8.8, 35 spline. 35 spline 8.8. It's got Cameron Johnson's titanium lower control arms on there. Big CJ Race Cars fan. So Mickey 2-speed 400. External dump valve. I mean, this thing is going to be one steering wheel. Yeah, one steering wheel. We got the steering hub adapt. Put a new steering column in it. New brake pedal, gas pedal assembly. I see a clutch pedal in there too. Yeah, there's a clutch pedal in there. Yeah, it's not gonna be a clutch car. So yeah, it's not bad. And then we gotta get it all painted and then wrapped. So that's the plan. So this thing's gonna look like the OG Stevie Jackson Mustang is what it's gonna look like. It's like a tribute with like our little LS Nasty twist on it. Yeah. So I think it'll look good. I like it. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Shadow 3.0? Well, no, I don't think the yellow one was called the Shadow, was it? No. No, he had the orange one. The orange one. Oh, OG. Yeah, like the OG Stevie Jackson. Then I'm going to try to get him to come and race it one time. And just, like, completely flip the world upside down. Like, have Stevie Jackson at Red Springs whooping it. I mean, I'm going to bust his ass at Red Springs, but we could have him out there trying. Yeah, whatever. So. Might give him a few lessons. All right, guys. That's going to wrap today's video. Thank you guys for watching. We're actually, right now, we're going to load up. We got to just tidy up a few things on the Bad Apple. We got a new driver in the house. Got CP in here. You driving today?
I will.
Hell yeah. You got your gear? You got your boots on?
I definitely got the boots on.
Just kind of give everything a good once over.
Yeah, I mean, it's been apart for a while. It's just like in your race car. I don't think you can really go over it too many times, just because you don't want to go out there and be like, forgot this was loose or that was loose or this needed to be zip tied. So we're just gonna keep going over it until it's, we got to go to the track. So
yeah, that's what we'll do. If we can get Logan and the boys here, we'll probably put a fresh set of tires on it. Whether you think those 1.5 year old tires probably need to be changed?
No, I mean, it's climate controlled shop. I haven't been outside. I think they're probably
all right.
Okay, like when we inspect it, we'll give it a good once over. Make sure nothing's dry rotted. Make sure everything's good. Make sure we got fluid and everything. So far it seems good. The transmission, probably need to put it on the lift and check it when it's running, because
the fluid,
we can't, the way the tunnel and the dipstick's set up, you can't access it from
always check your 2-speed 400s running in second gear. That seems to work best for us.
It works best for us. Some people, it's neutral. For some reason it seems like it's a little low. I like to run them to where after you make a really fast run, it's just a little tiny bit of fluid in the overflow. That seems to work out the best for us. Sometimes you get some like weird flares.
Oh, we have to run a vent from the transmission to that. That's one thing we got to do.
There's one in there.
Is there? Is it already run?
Yeah, it's run all the way to the rear.
We just need to put it into the tank.
Yeah, into the tank.
It'll be good.
I loaded a Bungan, badass tank from Rock Solid Motorsports. We got all that mounted.
I got to put a few more hardware pieces in the front bumper so you can see daylight. So, all right, I'm going to wrap this video up. I'm going to edit it, get it out to you guys. It's Thursday. We're going testing at Red Springs. Track goes hot at like 4:30, 5, and then we'll be out there Friday and Saturday. So thank you guys for watching. Oh, yeah, Silverback Z06 is back. Oh, what is sitting over there on the ground, too? We're not going to talk about that in today's video, but it will be a great video. And I got some massive Calmero updates coming very soon. So get excited. Moving and grooving here at LS Nasty. Big race weekend. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, subscribe. Go down and check out the merch in the description below. lsnasty.com. Get entered to win the Caprice. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.
He get to buy this round. Don Doc got to buy this round. The black sheep on the property. He got to buy to the next round.